in the car. I'm on the way to the Ohio Renaissance Festival, which is about 1 hour and 10 minutes away from us. Jurre didn't want to go. I might meet a couple of friends. They said they're going. I'm not sure if they're there. I didn't contact them, so it's just like I'll contact them when I'm there. And look at the gorgeous weather, and there's the sun. It's back. It's 69 right now, so it is getting colder already. So we're heading into fall right now. It's kind of weird driving a longer piece by myself. Jurre kind of has taken over the longer drives, or driving in general when we are together. So when I drive on my own, that's basically when I go to work or some events like now. I have my full egret costume with me. Last time I actually did sew something the night before, but this time I'm like, hey, why not bring an egret? I should have done it last time because I think there were a couple of Game of Thrones people, and today the theme is time traveling and also like TV shows and everything. So I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of Daenerys and maybe a couple of Jon Snow. So let's see if we can get some pictures. I'm actually driving differently than the TomTom tells me, because the TomTom actually says I should have taken left turn instead of right turn, but there it is! Oh my god, the signs are getting bigger and bigger every year. Alright. Wow. I told you it's time traveler weekend. Look at that. 4! 1, 2, 3, 4. How cool. I love when people are like, oh my god. Perfect. And your dog is called how? What? Your dog? Khaleesi. See? Guys, Game of Thrones connects. So many pictures now with people, more than a Dragon Con. Normally I have to ask people like, hey, can I take a picture? People are here like, oh, can I take a picture? Oh my god, are you? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Inside with her here. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome, honey. So cool. You look so nice and tough and cute at the same time. That's how I roll. You're all set. I love this. Oh my god, I love it so much. I mean, I normally braid my hair a tiny bit, but I can't do that complicated on myself, so it's really awesome. She is, by the way, in Tennessee. So if we happen to end up there, I'm probably gonna hire her for some costumes. You've seen it now, so probably keep that for tomorrow for work. Anyways, while I was at the hair braiding station, you probably saw them in the video. They came over, he saw me before, he was telling his wife or girlfriend or whatever about me. So they were standing there talking to us, and he's actually doing like hunting, like archery hunting. And yeah, he's contacting me on Facebook then and getting me in touch with a couple of groups in Columbus or wherever we're going, if we're not going back to Europe. So that's gonna be awesome. I'm like, yeah, I don't really like want to kill animals. I I'm more like a target practice person, so. But it sounds fun, like tracking down animals and stuff. I don't want to shoot them, obviously, but just getting like close, because apparently the first 10 miles, it's like they get used to you, and then the next 5, you can get closer, and in the next like whatever 5 miles, you basically could pet them, and that's when they kill them. I'm one of the last people here, so there's the car, and that's it. I kept on talking to a couple of people. It was kind of interesting, and you meet the weirdest people here. Yeah, there was
carrying the box man. Wait, the box man. Take the pole down. Okay. Box man, Jake.
You guys are awesome. A flying TARDIS.
What do you get when you don't touch your battery? Ma'am, what don't you get?
Empty batteries.
Yes, you get empty batteries. Exactly. So, I'm putting these here. Put a full one in there, and I'm going on a little excursion because we're out of stuff. Like, important things. So I'm going to the store really quick to pick some things up. I'm taking you with me, so we can
have fun, kids.
We can have some fun together, I guess. So while we're at the store, I wanted to talk to you guys about the last 2 weeks. I understand, and I very well know that vlogs have not been up to par with the standard that I would like to maintain at all times. It's actually kind of difficult with all the stuff that's been going on. I mean, we've been traveling a lot, which is awesome. We have been able to hang out with friends, which was even better. But just all the stress that came with the thing, that just annoys me so much. It doesn't really help that I'm someone who retreats to himself. I don't really talk about my feelings. Sounds very guy-like, but it is true. I'm not someone who openly really talks about how I feel and stuff. And I've been improving over the last couple of years. I mean, Sarah complains all the time about it, and I totally agree. It's something I definitely need to work on. So one of the hardest things about living here the last, well, let's say half year has been the uncertainty and not knowing what we're going to be facing at any given time. And it sounds silly, and I've been talking to my friends about it in the last couple of days, that it is incredibly difficult and hard to deal with the fact that everything can be over like that. It doesn't take much, but it can be over like that. If Sarah's current company says, you're out, bye-bye, we have to leave, regardless of what's going on. If on Monday we get good news, then a whole lot of stress just drops to the floor, and we can start building towards a new goal again, and hopefully everything becomes better. And one of the things I want to mention, and I want to be very clear and honest about, is that I don't like the thought of having worked 3 years, well, kind of 4 years, if we count the pre-American living that we've been doing, would be gone by something like that. Like, we worked really hard, and we were constantly fighting like small things, trying to fight for being able to drive, for instance. Like, it took me over a year to get a driver's license here in the US, while the actual process took very short. Working up to it took forever. Being able to pay taxes, even though I don't work, I have to be able to show that I'm paid taxes with Sarah. One of those things, it took forever, and no one, nowhere gives a proper explanation. You're constantly looking for things yourself, and I mean, I'm proud for the things that we've done. Like, for instance, like the visa that we've done last year for me, we did it all by ourselves. For some people who didn't know that, we worked entirely ourselves and we got the visa done. And that was an accomplishment on its own. And thinking about the fact that that could be gone with ease, that just, I don't know how to deal with that. But on a far more positive note, I was a little bit uncomfortable with the thought of having to move outside Columbus, because I mean, I like it here. I really like living where we do. Also because, I mean, it's my first real house that is mine with Sarah, and that thought has been in my mind for a long time. But at this point, with everything that's been going on, I don't even care. I think both Sarah and I are ready to move on from Columbus for a while, and maybe we come back in the future, I don't know. But if we get positive news on Monday, like I said, like a lot of stress drops, but also we have to start packing, we have to start preparing for moving, and that's gonna cost money too, but I think we're both ready for that step. And we were talking about it in the car on the way back from Cincinnati, that even though we both love it here, that it might be good for us both. A completely different topic. You guys know how I like shopping in an empty store, like as late as possible. Well, that is definitely still true, and this is the only aisle, like the camping stuff. It's the only aisle that's empty right now, because constantly when I'm almost done with my clip, someone walks by or walks behind me and I'm like, oh, I feel awkward. And yes, we feel awkward too, and we've been doing vlogging for 3 years. Anyone standing behind you judging you silently is weird. As long as they say something, I can usually survive. As long as they say something, at least I can like react and respond to it. And most of the time people actually react pretty cool. They're like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Or interesting at least.